that time again. It's Baggy Hi-Fi time. Greetings cats and kittens. Welcome to another episode of Baggy Hi-Fi, this channel devoted to record collecting and the vinyl community. That introduction was meant to be an affectionate tribute to Mazzy, to Norman Masloff. If you haven't seen any of Norman Masloff's vinyl community videos, then I strongly suggest you should. Norman, or Mazzy as I should call him, lives in Seattle and has an amazing amount of records and CDs, and he's very knowledgeable too. But he lives in Seattle and he likes coffee. And so there was myself pouring my coffee this morning. Sorry, I don't have one of those fancy Italian coffee makers. I just have the cafetiere. So this is a quick video because big celebration today because the Postman has been. Now, I understand, of course, that the post isn't as regular as it would normally be because of the current restrictions due to you know what. And of course there are many more important things going on in the world than just whether I receive my records which I've ordered online. And I've noticed a few other people who collect records saying how much they're looking forward to it when the record shops open again. Who knows when, could be a few months. And of course at the moment we're having to resort to feed our habit by buying records online. So the postman hasn't been here to this house for probably about 4 days. Nothing really has arrived, and I knew I had ordered a few records a few weeks ago, and obviously they have been delayed, but this morning 4 albums came. So this video is just a celebration of that, just to show you the 4 records which came through the post this morning, which I enjoyed opening as I was drinking my morning coffee. So this is one I've been meaning to buy for a while. Psychedelic classic from 1967. Incense and Peppermints by the Strawberry Alarm Clock. This went to number 11 in the US charts in 1967. This is not an original. I don't think I could really afford an original, but real classic of psychedelic rock mixed with pop music, very incense paisley drenched pop at the same time. But there are some really good passages of farfisa organ and guitar workouts on here which would give the Doors a run for their money. In fact, I'm not one of the biggest fans of the Doors. I think due to Jim Morrison, shock horror, I just think he's kind of very overblown and just too many theatrics for me. But instrumentally I love the Doors, and some of in fact the first track on here, The World's on Fire, has a real long extended farfisa organ workout, which sort of reminds me of a little bit of Light My Fire. But yeah, great group. I think they reformed not long ago. This is as I said, a reissue, but it does have the original Uni label, and it's on this rather nice cherry red vinyl. So I'll be spinning that one later on today. And then another one, you may have seen me show recently an album by, in my reply to Comic Remmer's request for uplifting positive vibes music. I showed an album by The Fifth Dimension, which was Up and Away from 1967. This is a slightly later album, The Magic Garden. And I do know this album. It's fantastic. It's a real wonderful sunshine harmony pop, amazing arrangements. The music is conducted and arranged by Jim Webb. They did a lot of cover of his songs, The Fifth Dimension, and great musicians on here. Hal Blaine's on here, he's credited here. If you're doubtful about the worth of The Fifth Dimension with the psych soul pop, then just go on YouTube and just check out a song like Paper Cup or Carpet Man is lovely, and also The Magic Garden, the title track. Very, very nice record, this one. Now, you've also probably, if you've seen some of my other videos, showing you records by Bebop Deluxe and Bill Nelson. I've yet to find a Bill Nelson solo album that I find very good, but I keep on trying because I do think he is an unsung hero of British music, a Yorkshireman. So I ordered this one. This is from 1981, and this is the Bill Nelson solo album, The Love That Whirls. And it is a double. It's a promo copy. That seems to be something that people really like to collect. It doesn't really mean too much to me. But this is probably a little bit similar to what John Foxx was doing in the early 80s as well. Electronic sort of synth pop with interesting lyrics. So the first record features songs with exotic titles like The Bride of Christ in Autumn, The Crystal Escalator in the Palace of God department store. So I've not really heard this one before, but looking forward to hearing it. And the second record is Bill's soundtrack to Jean Cocteau's film La Belle et la Bête, The Beauty and the Beast. So I guess that one's instrumental soundtrack music. So there it is, another Bill Nelson album to add to my collection. And finally, this one, I've been waiting for this one for a few months because I think it might have been out of stock. This is Wild Billy Childish with Last Punk Standing to add to my Billy Childish collection. Very, very prolific artist. Prodigious output, very hard to keep up with. This one's, I haven't even broken the seal yet, but this one's red vinyl. Okay, there's the 4 records which cheered me up today, which I was happy to receive. Just like to say a few thank yous because Sherv over at Julius Jabbar page gave me a really nice plug recently, and also Rob at Sound Strange. And I recommend both of those VC channels, Sound Strange and Julius Jabbar. Both very, really, really interesting, knowledgeable guys there. So that's it for now. I hope you're all keeping well as ever and getting out for your daily walk if you're permitted to. I'll see you next time around. Bye for now.